Hello, Ziegfried here from Cloud-Based Services Accountants. I usually give advice with a New Zealand perspective. So any tax and accountancy matters I discuss, remember it's from a New Zealand perspective. So welcome, and today I want to discuss with you an issue that we experience with some shareholders in companies that declare PAYE salaries for themselves throughout the year. So PAYE income for themselves, pay tax on that, and then the company ends up in a loss situation. This means that actually they have overpaid on tax and there's no way they can claim it back. So on the one hand, it can be beneficial for a shareholder to pay over PAYE and put themselves on the company payroll. But it also requires some monitoring throughout the year, especially towards the end of the year, to ensure that they don't declare too much PAYE salary for themselves and then pushing the company into a net loss situation. The reason is, if you look at your profit and loss report in the business, the business might, let's say the year end is in March, and let's say you're in February, and the business profit still indicates, or the business profit and loss still indicates a net profit. But with the year end adjustments, we will do a depreciation, as well as we'll most probably bring in some other home office expenses and other costs that were not recorded throughout the year. And with those adjustments, it sometimes can create, let's say, $10,000 or $20,000 of additional expenses, which you are unaware of. So now you've paid tax on your on so-called income you received from the company, and at the year end the company is sitting with a net loss, let's say of $20,000, and you have actually paid tax on that, because you've taken that and declared it as shareholder salary with PAYE deducted. So our advisors, really from, I would say, 6 months down the line in the year, start monitoring your net profit in the company. And depends on your business, and you can discuss with us, where you should set a cutoff point where you pay yourself PAYE salaries. I would say a rule of thumb, $10,000. If your net profit in the company gets to about $10,000, then you have to be careful. You might overpay on pay as you earn. And unfortunately, if you do overpay yourself on PAYE salary, there's no ways you can claim that back. So you end up with a loss in the company that you can bring forward to the next year, but you totally dig into your cash flow, and it's very cash flow negative to do that. It's not the best way of doing it. So be aware of that. I would suggest rather pay throughout the year, pay voluntary tax or like provisional tax, but you can make voluntary tax payments. At least if you've overpaid, you will receive that money back as a refund. But if you declare PAYE salary for yourself, there's no way you're going to claim back that overpayment or that over declaration of income. If you had all uncertain about this, then you get in touch with us before you put yourself on a payroll in your own company where you are a shareholder. I think it's important that you discuss it with me or your accountant, and make sure that is the best option. And if you commit to that, then you also have to commit to monitor your profit in the business. You can't go into a negative just because you put yourself on a shareholder PAYE salary. So that's my take on this today. So I hope you find it useful, and if they've got any questions, our contact details are below. And just a reminder, this is my opinion and my interpretation of the current accountancy and tax regulations in New Zealand. If you are unsure at all, I suggest you go and get a second opinion or a third opinion. It's important to monitor your net profit at all times, and also to protect your cash flow. As the saying goes, cash flow is king. You know, if you dig into your cash flow resources and you get onto a zero situation, it can be detrimental to your business, even if your business is solvent. I've seen many clients where they've lost their businesses, not because they're insolvent, their assets are more than their liabilities, so they're fine, but because they didn't manage their cash flow properly. And this is one of those issues. Don't overpay yourself on PAYE salary as a shareholder of the company. So that's me today. Hope you find it useful, and yeah, let's chat again next time. See ya. Cheers.